episode of Midnight Makeup. It's not exactly midnight. It's 11:51. And I actually had a flare up. My hands are fine, but my face is not. You can see all through here. It's even on my eyelid. But all that. Especially here. Okay. And it itches. But besides that, I'm watching Hannibal. To me, Hannibal is a little scarier than Silence of the Lambs. Although when I was little, Silence of the Lambs was plenty scary. Yep. Yeah. Ankle change. I wanted to do this thing where I try to create a character for myself, like through makeup. So I started with these contacts, although you see me wearing color contacts a lot. And it's because right now I'm waiting to go to the eye doctor and get real contacts. These are the only contacts I have that allow me to see. And they're not very good because they don't account for astigmatism, as most colored contacts wouldn't, even when they're prescription. So anyway, I have a eye doctor's appointment next month, so I'm very excited to finally have real contacts again. These have really carried me through though. So let's get back to this character makeup. I'm gonna start with my eyebrows. I was debating on making them disappear, but I think I'm gonna make them very thin instead. Okay. When I color it, it'll be thinner. I feel like when you're doing character makeup, like if I was going to make myself a character, for some reason, none of them ever have any eyebrows, so. Color. I have this palette here. I got a slew of eyebrow pencils. It seems like every time I do midnight makeup, it turns into Beauty and the Budget. These are my new eyebrow pencils because they were all $1 and they were having a sale. In the last video, I told you about the Soft Brown by NYX that I used on the waterline to kind of brighten it up, but also be nude. It's a lip liner. Well, this is Nika K, and instead of a pencil like the NYX, which I really like, Nika K, these are automatics. But anyway, I thought if Soft Brown, if you felt it was too bright, there is a perfect alternative in the Nika K line. I think NYX might have one in the pencil form, but in the auto liner, this one is Choco AA14, and then there's AA03, which is light brown. This is Choco and this is light brown. Choco, light brown. Both of these would be good if you have a deeper skin tone than mine and want that nude and felt like Soft Brown was still doing was still brighter than you for that effect. These are good because the Choco actually matches exactly, and so does the light brown. Honestly, the light brown could be seen as a little deep, but it's still, I think it fits pretty exact. So if you have deeper skin than me, these would be nice as the brightener. That's a nude color to like make it kind of clean there, kind of match your skin. So there's an even deeper one, so the color they get higher. This is AA02. This is dark brown. And this is all three together. Okay, so anyway, that's great. Well, right now for my eyebrows, don't know if I should use the brown, but I think I'm gonna, cause for my character, what do I do? I'm just gonna use black. Doesn't have the exact effect, but I made that part come down a little because I think that's I think I'll make it come down a little more. A little more, kind of like a character thing. Like that's my character's signature. There. A little pointed at the front. He's still gonna kill him. There. That's a little more distinct. Like you've got to have a distinct thing. Just gonna put some nude on the eye. I'm gonna put it only up here. Bum. And then we'll take a different brown. It's too light. That's just smooth. So there you go. Then I'll just put some nude on the thing. Oh my god. This part was the bullshit for real. He looked terrifying at that part. Okay. I don't really know what to do. Like, to make character makeup. Eyeliner time. Wanna get closer? Yep. Simple. So it's just like a reddish brown up here. And then a nude on the actual lid blended up in there. So it's like that. It's character, right? Like that's distinct. Like when you see my character, she's got her dipped front eyebrows and then some red up there. I feel like I'm gonna change that though. That's fine. There we go with some eyeliner. All the way to the inner corner. Like that. But not any farther than that. Ta-da! I like that. Alright, this is coming together. Okay. Right. Now what do we do on the bottom? Should we make it just as brown or should we do the clear thing? I feel like I should do the clear thing. I mean, not clear thing, the brown thing. Okay. Bing! I got some champagne golds here. We're gonna put it. There. Then I have that. Okay. We did something here. I'm trying to find mascara. Mascara needs to be here. I need some mascaras. Okay. I'm just gonna do the edges only. Okay. There. A little bit of mascara. And then some, we can back up. Distinct. We're thinking distinction. It needs to be distinct if you're going to be a character, right? People have to be able to recognize you by various things. Your hairstyle, your clothes, your makeup. I'm running out of time. I'm only going as long as this battery lasts, and the battery says I have 40 minutes. Okay, I'm liking that a little more now. So now, I have a headache. Let's just keep going. We gotta see things through to the end. I'm just gonna like literally put concealer all over my face because I don't feel like putting on foundation. Just gonna make it like that. This might actually, because I forgot this concealer is so damn red. I'm gonna use white charcoal setting spray. There. Okay, that's nice. We have some distinction going on here. I really wanted more happening on the under eye, but this is just trial one. We'll do another trial of my own character's makeup. The lip I've been thinking about for days. Oh, right. This look was supposed to have blush though, right at the front of the cheek. Hate it. Yeah. Little range beauty. Look at how red I am for some reason. I forgot. This makes that very, very red. I mean, this could be part of my character look. Eh? My puff is gone. What am I supposed to do? This is slowly turning into a terrible, terrible idea.
It's not that bad. It's just one cup.
It's not like you lost the game. Are you kidding me? Maybe you can do now is try to match our forehead. Anyway, so let's just go to the lip of this makeup. I want to use Ilia Beauty as the base. This one's Europa. This was my favorite color. I believe. Did this win? Did this win my ranking? I believe it was at the top of my ranking, or at least one of the tops. And then this is Peri Pera Beat Press. He's a tata. I did that. Game character style. Let me show you this in a different light. It actually came out better than I thought. Europa is the best. So, this is my character makeup. I think as I tweak it, I can maybe work this out. I feel like I'll keep the eyebrows the way they are. They're very much distinctive of a character, so I like that. I don't know about the eye makeup. We'll start, but I like the top. The bottom and then the red were kind of just...
I didn't find a pop, but I
No,
found an alternative
not that one.
sponge.
So this is that. This is Midnight Makeup Trial 1, I guess. Trying to figure out the best character makeup for me. I like the lip. I think what destroyed this was this this eyeshadow part right here, where I was trying to do a color in the brow to make it, again, distinctive, because you know you have to be recognizable as a character. It's hard. How do people do this for like 8 different people? I can't even do my own face. They're doing like 8 different people. So anyway, that's it. It is now 12:39. Midnight makeup has come to an end. She's brought up a very good point. She brought up this game, Darkness Rises, that she actually made me start playing on my phone, where you can customize your character's look and everything. So in a game like that, this could actually be something. But then there's other games where the makeup gets a little more intense because of the nature of it. So we'll be taking all that into consideration. So this is level 1.